don't have jurisdiction. Same thing I can tell you. For example, if crimes occur on the soil of non-state parties by non-state parties persons, we don't have jurisdiction. Whatever the crime is, unless UN Security Council refer the situation to us. So we have the limitation under the Rome Statute. What kind of crimes and what kind of people and the jurisdiction on the territory.
So ex-President Duterte from the Philippines has been sent to the ICC, International Criminal Court of Justice, for crimes against humanity. And what interests me is the fact that he had a really hard line and tried to get rid of the drug dealers in the Philippines. Now, I've got a bunch of Filipinos that work in my office. They're great people, and I've asked them their opinion. And most of them, I think all of them, are Duterte fans. They think that while he was in charge, he did a really, really good job of changing the country, making it cleaner, getting it better organised, and making it a better place for the people. So, guys, are we Duterte fans, yes or no?
Yes!
There you go. What do you think?
I think we should stop talking about international laws. I really do. I'm sick hearing about it. When Netanyahu can visit anywhere he likes with outstanding ICC arrest warrants against him, while the former president of the Philippines, Duterte, gets arrested on arrival from China in Manila and within hours is on an airplane to The Hague to stand trial, I don't want to hear about international law anymore.
And I'm going to tell you right now that if he was truly arrested for crimes against humanity, then he will have to see his day in court. But if the rhetoric and the bullshit is coming out and the lies, and he really wasn't arrested and that he was kidnapped, then Mr. President, Donald Trump, I'm asking you to get involved and find out where the ex-president of the Philippines has been taken to.
I think the Filipinos must understand. And yeah, I've got good friends in the Supreme Court in Siargao. One thing they must understand, that Marcos has literally shit on the law and the constitution of the Philippines. All right? There is no Interpol warrant of arrest. There's no ICC warrant of arrest that supersedes in your constitution and by law any warrant from outside the Philippines. This kidnapping and deportation of Duterte is purely Marcos. He's behind it. Like I said, political and financially, because he is draining the Philippines dry. It's time to stand up. Marcos is a dictator like his dad. He has broken every rule in the book for what he did to Duterte. He was supposed to be trial firstly in the Philippines if he did something wrong. Number two is they did not. Number three, no court of law, no outside court of law, no Interpol's warrant of arrest supersedes any law of the Philippines. And the Supreme Court will stand by that. Wake up. Marcos is rubbish.
Hi. Here are my 7 reasons why it's wrong for President Duterte, former President Duterte, to be held by the ICC. Are you ready? Number 1, the Philippines has their own judges and courts, both district and supreme. The Philippines can try Duterte. The Philippines doesn't need a court in the Netherlands to try Duterte. Number 2, I don't trust the ICC. The ICC issued an arrest for Bibi Netanyahu of Israel. I don't think they should have done that. So I don't trust their judgment, and neither does President Donald J. Trump. 3, and this is the biggest reason for me, the biggest reason. According to the ICC, former President Duterte is guilty of crimes against humanity. Well, do you understand? If Duterte is guilty of crimes against humanity, the ICC would say that President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. was guilty of crimes against humanity. If Bongbong Marcos's papa was alive today, guess what? The ICC would issue a warrant arrest and send Interpol to arrest his father. Guess what? Do you think if a warrant of arrest was issued for Bongbong Marcos's dear father, that he would cooperate and send his own father to the ICC? No way. Absolutely no way. So I don't want to criticize the Philippines or your dear president, but that sounds hypocritical to me. Number 4, there are so many terrible people in the world today. Killers, ruthless killers and dictators. Why is Duterte the only one in the ICC? Recently, a rebel group took over the government of Syria. The current leader of Syria was wanted for terrorism and had a $10,000 US bounty on his head. He's a ruthless killer, but the ICC people went to Syria and shook his hands. It doesn't make any sense. Why isn't the current leader of Syria arrested by the ICC? Why aren't all the other killers of the world in detention in the ICC? Why a president loved by his people in a democratic country, why is he the only one there? Number 5. Judge Kamir Khan of the ICC, who you can see in a speech saying, former President Duterte is guilty and we need to try him and bring him to justice. That man was accused of sexual assault by one of his junior lawyers in the ICC. He should stand down while this investigation is going on. Has he? No, he has refused. So how hypocritical. Number 6. I believe that President Duterte's motives were pure. He didn't kill thousands of people, murder thousands of people, rape hundreds of people, abuse people just for his own pleasure. If people died under the presidency of Rodrigo Duterte, it was purely because he wanted to keep the streets of Davao and the Philippines safe for women and children. He had a father's heart. He's a man who wanted to protect women and let women walk the streets at night. Number 7, and this is probably my biggest reason. This is something that I'd like to tell the people of the ICC. If former President Duterte is and was such a ruthless killer and a terrible man, guilty of crimes against his own people, why oh why are millions, literally millions of Filipinos flooding social media and the streets of the capital cities around the world saying, bring him home, bring him back. Duterte, Duterte. I recently made a video for TikTok, and it's got 66,000 views, 12,000 likes, and get this, there are probably over 1,800 comments. And do you know what most of the comments are? We love our president. He was the greatest president. Bring him home. Bring Tatai home. Let me ask you, when the ICC says somebody is guilty of crimes against humanity in their own country, isn't it strange that the people of his own country say, bring him back? It doesn't make sense. Okay, thank you for listening. God bless. Please comment, share this, and follow.